You've been lied to your whole life. Listen to your heart. Follow your feelings. Cute advice for Disney movies. Terrible advice for real life. Unless your rent's paid in fairy dust and plot armor, feelings won't save you, because your feelings, they don't care about your goals. They care about comfort. And comfort, that soft, smiling assassin, kills more dreams than failure ever did. Every great warrior learns this the hard way. Tanjiro didn't slay demons because he felt like it. Thorfinn didn't rebuild his life because it was easy. And Ayana Koji from Classroom of the Elite, emotionless execution. Like a calculator with abs. The truth is simple. The more you obey your feelings, the more they own you. But the moment you stop caring how you feel, you become unstoppable. Stop caring how you feel. Most people lose the battle before the day even begins. Not because life's unfair, but because they listen to that little voice that says, I don't feel like it. The 6 a.m. alarm hits, and suddenly your brain's running a TED Talk on why today's not the day. I'll do it tomorrow. I deserve a break. I'll start when I'm in the mood. You'd think it's defending a PhD thesis in procrastination. Spoiler, that mood's never showing up. You can't build a kingdom if emotions run the throne. Epictetus wrote, you can't control what happens, only how you respond. Modern psychology agrees. Action creates emotion, not the other way around. You don't move because you feel good. You feel good because you moved. Jin-Woo didn't feel ready. He was terrified, but fear didn't ask permission, and neither did he. The transformation didn't start when he felt strong. It started when he moved anyway. It's like going to the gym when every part of you screams, no! But once you start, something shifts. That's your body tricking your brain into strength. Meanwhile, everyone else is still negotiating with their alarm clock like it's the United Nations. Every time you obey your feelings, you train your brain to surrender. Every time you act anyway, you rewire it for war. When your brain whispers, I don't feel like it, answer, that's exactly why I will. Discipline isn't about readiness. It's about doing until readiness appears. Your feelings aren't your compass. They're the storm. Learn to steer through it. Comfort looks innocent. Warm bed, full stomach. Netflix asking, are you still watching? That's not a question. It's a warning. It's the algorithm's polite way of saying, don't evolve. Most people aren't destroyed by tragedy. They're destroyed by comfort, by what keeps them safe. Comfort convinces you rest is recovery when it's slow decay disguised as self-care. Taking one day off sounds harmless until it becomes your lifestyle. Psychologist Todd Kashdan calls it comfort bias. The brain prefers familiar suffering to unfamiliar growth. Discomfort feels wrong because it's new. Seneca said, set aside days with the scantiest fare and roughest clothing, saying, is this the condition I feared? Sometimes you have to starve comfort to feed courage. Rengoku didn't need comfort, he needed conviction. While others slept, he burned. Comfort never creates legends. Fire does. Ayana Koji doesn't need validation or motivation, just control. Your comfort zone's like Wi-Fi. Strongest where you are, gone where you need to go. Step outside it and everything buffers. Awkward, uncertain, unstable. That's where growth hides. In the lag. Comfort isn't the absence of pain. It's the absence of progress. It doesn't kill you fast. It kills you quietly. The men who win aren't allergic to discomfort. They're addicted to it. Stop chasing balance. Chase resistance. Every day, do one thing your comfort zone hates. Cold shower, early wake up, hard conversation, solo workout. That's rebellion against the world's favorite drug. Comfort. Comfort doesn't protect you. It imprisons you softly. Motivation is a scam. It's emotional caffeine. Great for a quick buzz, useless when the crash hits. You don't need motivation. You need machinery. Most people treat motivation like oxygen. They think they need to feel good to do good. That's why gyms are full in January and empty by February. Everyone's chasing dopamine discounts instead of full-price discipline. James Clear said it best. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble rising, remind yourself, I am rising to do the work of a human being." That's the original machine mindset. A disciplined man doesn't ask, "Do I feel like it?" He asks, "What needs to be done?" Ayana Koji isn't heartless. He's efficient. That's Stoicism in a school uniform. Ippo doesn't train because it feels good. He trains until the pain becomes good. Discipline is maintenance, like an old car that keeps running smooth because it's oiled daily. You don't rely on energy. You rely on upkeep. Machines win because they don't feel. Humans lose because they won't stop feeling. But the machine mindset isn't cold. It's calm. It's not heartless, it's focused. Build a system that survives bad days. Don't rely on energy, rely on structure. Set a schedule that doesn't care about your opinion. Machines don't need motivation, they just need a reason to move. Pain doesn't break strong people, it introduces them to who they really are. Everyone says they want strength, until life hands them the bill. Everyone wants to be forged in fire, until they realize it's, actual fire. That's when most fold and call it fate. The world isn't testing if you're strong, it's making you strong. Psychologist Kelly McGonigal found that pain activates the same brain region as courage. Pain isn't punishment, it's progress. Marcus Aurelius said, "The obstacle is the way. Whatever hurts you refines you." Thorfinn didn't grow on the battlefield, he grew in a nightmare. Pain forced him to meet himself. From that truth, he built peace. Some burdens aren't meant to be escaped, they're meant to be carried. Pain's a blacksmith. You bring your weakness, it turns it into armor. Quit too early, soft metal. Stay too long, bitterness. Endure just enough, and you're forged. Most pray for easier lives. Winners prepare for harder ones. Pain isn't the enemy. It's proof you're still becoming. Stop running from discomfort. Use it. Every time life burns, ask, what is this shaping me into? Pain doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're being built. The hardest war you'll ever fight has no audience, no medals, no finish line. It's not you versus the world, it's you versus the version of you that keeps negotiating with weakness. You know that voice? The one that says, rest, you've done enough. The one that disguises comfort as wisdom. The one that somehow justifies 3 hours of scrolling for research. That voice doesn't shout, it whispers. And that's why it wins. Your real enemy isn't doubt or fear. It's the version of you that believes them. Epictetus wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Psychology calls it self-regulation, commanding emotion instead of being consumed by it. Weak men obey that inner voice. Strong men rewrite it. That's why discipline feels violent. You're not fighting life. You're fighting your comfort-loving identity. Yuji isn't just fighting Mahito. He's fighting the part of himself that wants to quit. Isagi's not devouring his rival. He's devouring yesterday's self. Aaron, he's whispering to the mirror, fight. Every morning, you're either training your mind or surrendering it. Your weak self runs old code. Fear, doubt, distraction. The strong self updates daily. Routine, reflection, resistance. There's no villain more dangerous than the voice that says, not today. It sounds kind, but that kindness isn't always compassion. Sometimes it's sabotage. Thorfinn didn't find peace by defeating others. He found it by defeating himself. Stop arguing with weakness. Replace it. When your mind says, not today, answer, then today it is. Every time you act against that whisper, you reprogram who you are. The battlefield isn't out there. It's in your habits, your hesitation, and every time you win it, the world starts to look less like chaos and more like choice. You don't need more motivation. You need movement. Most people already know what to do. They just don't do it. They've got color-coded planners, aesthetic notebooks, and motivational wallpapers that could win design awards, but no progress. They plan, they prepare, then they freeze, waiting for clarity, for confidence, for a sign. But the universe doesn't send invitations, it rewards interruptions. If Tanjiro waited to feel ready, he'd have died by episode 3. Psychology calls this activation energy. The hardest part is the first 5 seconds. After that, momentum takes over. You don't need courage to finish, you just need courage to start. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Stop thinking about change. Do something that changes you. Jin-Woo didn't wait for permission. He didn't ask if it would hurt. He just moved. Eren didn't hesitate. That's not madness. That's momentum. Action is like riding a bike uphill. The hardest part is the first push. Once you move, it becomes rhythm. The pain is in hesitation. The relief is in doing. Action is the bridge between who you want to be and who you pretend to be. Every second you think, you build doubt. Every second you move, you build momentum. Legends move not because they're fearless, but because they act faster than fear can speak. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start acting like you already are. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. Action doesn't care how you feel. It just wants proof you're not all talk and playlists. You've been lied to your whole life. Follow your feelings. Do what makes you happy. But feelings lie. They whisper excuses. They tell you comfort is peace. Effort is suffering. They call discipline punishment when it's freedom. Once you stop caring how you feel, you start becoming who you're meant to be. You stop waiting for clarity. You create it. You stop being emotional. You become unstoppable. That's not motivation. That's purpose. They don't chase comfort. They chase control. Not over others, over themselves. Every morning, your feelings beg for mercy. They whisper, rest, wait, tomorrow. And every time you move anyway, you silence the part of you that's been holding you hostage. The war never ends, but you've learned to fight with calm. To burn without breaking, to move without needing to feel ready. That's what Stoicism always meant. Not emotionless, but in control. To act not because it feels good, but because it is good. The weak are slaves to moods. The strong serve their mission. Live like that, and you become something rare, unstoppable. Stop caring how you feel. Start acting like who you were born to be. Discipline is destiny. Action is freedom. The rest is noise.